So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of my most anticipated figures, and that is the SH Figuarts Monkey D Luffy from the Wano arc. So, without further ado, let's see how good or bad Tamashii Nations did with this action figure. So taking a quick look at the box here, really dig the way this looks. There's the front, here's the one side, the back with a bunch of promotional images, and the barcode and blah 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 stuff nobody cares about. Then there's the other side of the box. So now let's take a closer detailed look here at Monkey D Luffy. So the paint and sculpt detail I think turned out great. Looks just like Luffy after the time skip, and pretty much how he looks now, since this is that version of him. His straw hat looks awesome, nice sculpt detail, and excellent shading on it. Faces are also on point, and really dig the hair sculpt with and without the hat. Paint is nice and clean throughout the entire figure, so that is awesome. His scar looks pretty good. The vest is a softer rubbery type plastic, and you can see you can move around the sash piece there. His shorts also turned out really good too, especially the shading. As you can see on the front and back, there is some nice shading throughout it. Sculpted wrinkles look really good too, as you can see, in the white paint for the bottom where it's like ripped or cut turned out pretty good also. Also love the way his sandals or flip-flops look. So when it comes to the detail, Tamashii Nations did an outstanding job, and I don't know how much better of a job they could have done with this Luffy, so huge plus there. So now moving on to the accessories, we don't really get a ton of stuff, but future releases of different characters will have more faces and stuff for Luffy. So you can see we get a bunch of faces, hands, and then we do get an interchangeable hairpiece without the straw hat. One thing I'm a little disappointed with, we don't get the straw hat where it's resting on his shoulders when he's not wearing it. But for the faces, we do get 4 of them. Starting on the left, we do get a basic stern face. Comes only figure out of the packaging, we do get a happy smiling face. We do get an angry, teeth gritted face. And then we do get the comedic face where his eyes and tongue are like popping out of his face, which he does a lot in the series. And the way you swap the hair pieces, it's pretty simple. There's the hair right there without the hat, and then that piece goes over the neck joint, which I'll show you in a second. So swapping the faces with the hat, here you take the hat off, pull the front of the bangs off, then you pull the face off, take a new face, peg that on, very simple-rific, I don't know why I said that, and then just put the bangs back on there. They just peg right in there, and then after that you just put his straw hat back on and just line up that back piece with the insert on the back, and there you go, as simple as that. Now for swapping the hair sculpt, so take everything off, and then the back hair piece just comes off, as you can see. So unpeg that, get that one piece, you just put that over the neck and then just pop the neck joint back on there. Then take the back hair piece for the hair without the hat, you put that on there, and then you grab a face-a-roo. Why do I keep saying that stuff? And just peg that on. It's pretty much the same as the straw hat head sculpt, and then just peg the face on and then the bangs, and then there you go. It looks pretty awesome. But like I said, they should have included that straw hat where he's not wearing it. It's around his neck and resting on his shoulders. Now for the hands here, we do get a pair of fists, we do get some open hands, and then we do get the karate chippity chopperoo type hands, which is meant for him doing that one move when he goes into second gear. So they at least included like the basic hands for Luffy here, and you can't really complain too much because of the price point. Now moving on to the height for Luffy, so to the very tippity-topperoo to the top of his straw hat, it looks like he's around 5 inches and 3/4 of an inch tall, and then here he is compared to some other anime characters. So we do have the Buzzmod Akaza, then we do have the SH Figuarts Naruto, Sakura, and then Kakashi, and I think he scales really well. He's pretty much the same size as Naruto there. And then here he is compared to some other random figurines here. So we do have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes, and then we do have the Armored Daredevil, the Retro Series, then we do have the newer Figure Eyes Son Goku, and then we do have the NECA Mirage TMNT Donatello. So there is the height and height comparisons. Now let's move on to the articulation! So now for Luffy's articulation, for the most part, he has excellent movement. So the neck and head can look down that much with both joints, looks up pretty damn good as well, and you get some beautiful pivoting out of both the joints, as you can see there. And then, of course, we do get the swivel action at both the upper and lower necks. Then the sash is on like a little ball peg type piece, so it can pivot, move up and down, and swivel. And then the torso crunches forward 90 degrees. That is what the heck I'm talking about. Then it does go back pretty damn good as well. And then we do get some nice pivot action as well, going to both sides using both the waist and the torso there. And then of course we do get the swivel action, but the joints are really tight using the swivel. They are just ball pegs though. And at the shoulders you do get a nice circular motion, goes forward and back and up and down, and then the arms go out to the sides a little more than 90 degrees. They do of course go up and down, then it can swivel at the shoulder, and we get bicep swivel as well. Double jointed elbows have pretty much bend in all the way. Then we do get the swivel and hingeroo on the wrist there. Then the forearm, mine comes off real easily, and I feel like we're going to get an armament hockey arm, or maybe a gum arm with some figure in the future. Legs kick forward a lot more than 90 degrees. This is an issue I have. The legs pop off very easily, which can get frustrating. You just got to pop them right back in there. Legs go back just about 90 degrees. Then he can definitely Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and Luffy should be able to. No swivel at the upper thigh, but you get swivel at the leg there, right above the knee, because we do have a joint there. As you can see, you can move it all around. It is a ball peg, and they do detach very easily, but you do get nice movement there. And the knee joints suck. You can't even hit 90 degrees. I feel like if they made like a shifting joint, like what Variable Action Heroes did, it could have worked out much better, so that does kind of suck. But the ankles do swivel. They hinge up incredibly well, hinge down pretty good, and then you get a beautiful 90-degree bend, ankle pivot, and I love the toe hinge here. I love the way they did it. Excellent articulation with Luffy, besides the knee joints. So overall, I really do dig this figure, but I do have my complaints. The issue with certain parts popping off while articulating the figure can get annoying, like the legs, the waist, and a couple other joints. And also, Tamashii Nation's not including a straw hat that rests on his shoulders for when he's not wearing it was a bit disappointing. Most companies who have made an articulated Luffy has always included that accessory, so I don't understand why they skipped out on it. Unless another figure will be included with it. We don't know that yet though. A huge positive about this Luffy figure is the price. He's around $35, so he wasn't going to be loaded with accessories. Hopefully future Luffy releases or other characters will be included with maybe a gum arm or leg, or even an armament hockey arm or leg. The other accessories that he is included with are fine though, and for the articulation, we do get really good movement. It's just those knee joints being restricted like that really does kind of suck. Because Luffy does crouch down a lot, and when he first goes into Gear 2, he does that iconic pose where his fist is resting on the ground, which I could not replicate that pose there. But the rest of the articulation was executed really good. The articulation did make it a super fun figure to pose around. That is definitely one of the strong points to this Luffy. And I do really love the figure, but man, there was a couple missed opportunities, but it's still a great updated Monkey D. Luffy figure. So now for my rating of the SH Figuarts Monkey D. Luffy, I think I would have to give him a 7.9 out of 10. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Monkey D. Luffy Wano Arc version. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the figure in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, I will catch you on the next episode of Daredevil 19, and I will also see you guys later. Can't wait for Zoro next.